Hi, welcome again to our Arts. How are you? Was your week fine? Mine, it was actually. I had a very good Easter. Had my lunch in the garden, but I miss you so much. And so here I am for another episode of Art Arts. Today we're talking about Ghirlandaio, an important painter, a Florentine one, and his stained glass window that is now inside the Cathedral of Siena. But before that, we have to talk about a story. Do you remember I told you that the pieces of art, sometimes they have suffered a kind of shipwreck. They are spread all over the world, but sometimes they move. Like the Ents in the Lord of the Rings, they can be, seem to us like standing still, but actually they move. And we're not talking about canvases or leather painted tablets, wood tablets, but we're talking about huge columns or doors or architectures or stained glass windows. So to find the origins of this piece of art, the Ghirlandaio one, we have to go to Colle Valdelsa and precisely to the Church of St. Francis that was founded, they say, absolutely by St. Francis passing by the city, but we don't know actually. However, in the beginning of the 1200s, that was a convent dedicated to St. Francis, and it was connected to the city because it was outside the city walls. It was connected with a bridge. Here is the convent. You can see it here in the countryside, and even today there's a bridge that link this hill with the hill of the city of the Borgo Santa Caterina, part of the city. The convent suffered for the war between Siena and Florence. Colle Valdelsa was inside the territory of Florence, like San Gimignano, and there was a very big battle in 1479. That's the date of today, the Battle of Colle Valdelsa, and the church was damaged. So it was restored. They built a cloister and then a loggia in front of the facade that was, and it is now like this, but it was a loggia in front of it in Renaissance time, and they put also this stained glass window made by the scholarship, the workshop of Ghirlandaio. The cartoons were realized by Ghirlandaio, that in these years was working in the beautiful chapel dedicated to Santa Fina in the church of San Gimignano. And in some years he will realize also the cartoon for another stained glass window inside the church of Santa Maria Novella in Florence, the major chapel inside the church, the Florentine church. So he was used to. This stained glass window has three, and they aren't there anymore because after the suppressions in Leopold times and in Napoleon times, and it was like an army guard, the church was restored, suffered a very big restoration in this style, so nothing concerning medieval, but something that is like classical or neoclassical, we can say, with this stucco and this all this white and this rounded arches. The windows were closed, the old one, they opened the new ones, rectangular here, and they closed the mullioned ones here. You can see there are just some bricks over. So the three stained glass windows, they decided to put one that depicted St. Catherine in the Church of St. Catherine in Colle Valdelsa, and two were donated, we have to say, to the Cathedral of Siena, to the Office of Maintenance, the Opera del Duomo of Siena. And one was put in the left part of the church, in the chapel of Sant'Anzano, and it is now there in restoration. The other one is inside the deposits, storage rooms of the Opera del Duomo. These two stained glass windows depicting some Franciscan saints. Here you can say St. Francis, St. Blaise, and St. Anthony. The other one, the one that we can see, has Saint Bernardine, Saint Bonaventure, and Saint Ludovic. But it was changed, it was enlarged by Ulisse de Matteis. There was a restorer and craftsman realizing stained glass window. You see this frieze in blue, in deep blue, with this acanthus leaves in gold. He added this to put the stained glass window in this new settlement, in this new place. So this stained glass window was not realized for the Cathedral of Siena, but now is embellishing our church. So thank you for your attention, and for the next week, oh, sorry, that's my dog. For the next week, we go to Arezzo. We talk about Piero della Francesca, and specifically of the Madonna del Parto, the Virgin Mary of the Birth of Anghiari. So see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.